Dear landlords, welcome into this tutorial of escphousing.eu, the official platform to host your apartment exclusively for ESCP students. Welcome into this tutorial. I'm very happy to walk you through today. First of all, you have to go into your search engine. In this case, I'm using Google. It works fine everywhere. On your search bar, you have to search escphousing.eu. When you're gonna confirm it, you're gonna have here the first link, ESCP Housing, the official platform. You're gonna also see that we have this logo here, which is the official logo of ESCP. Other platforms are also linked to ESCP Housing. This one is not, but you can see our LinkedIn, our Instagram. You can also go drop a follow there. The first step is after you click on the platform, you're gonna be in this homepage. Here's for the students, you have all of the different cities. You can also browse around and look at the other offers of the other landlords to understand the areas where the students want the apartment. You have on the map where the campus is, so you kind of understand, where the areas where most students would like to be living. And for example, in Turin, you can see that we have a cluster of apartments next to the campus. Not in every city is like this. What do you have to do in order to register? On the top right here, you're gonna have three options. Login, register, which is for students. Apartments, which is this one here. And then I am a landlord. So we're gonna click on this one. If you don't have a profile, you have to register. So don't have an account, register. You're gonna insert your own personal details and you're gonna create an account. Once you have all of your details, you can click on create account. Once you have created your account, you have to check your email and you will receive a link where you have to click it to confirm. This is the email you will receive and you have to click on here, confirm email. Once you click there, email confirm, you can go back to the Landlord portal. So go to login. When you click there, you basically have to enter again your email and your password. So be sure to remember both the email and the password or write it somewhere. And this is what you'll see for the first time when you have a login. This is gonna be your dashboard. So now, if you wanna list your apartment or multiple apartments, you have to click here on list your properties. And here we're gonna have 3 steps. We're gonna have your contact, so your contact information where we will send emails and you will communicate with the students. You're also gonna have the apartment information, so every single details, and then further details. So first of all, we're gonna have to fill out this part here. We suggest to put an apartment name. The apartment name could be both funny and maybe something that makes the apartment stand out. You can put it here in the name and maybe students can resonate with that name, but it's not as important, but you can look on the website for also inspiration. And here you're gonna have preferred contact method, so where you prefer to be contacted. So you can choose WhatsApp, where we suggest, because students are more responsive with their phone. We all know that students watch more their phone on WhatsApp rather than the email, but of course you can choose whatever option you prefer. Going into the second step, here is where you have to put everything regarding your apartment. So street address, city, postcode, house number is not necessary. The number of bedrooms is important. We don't count sofa beds as bedrooms. So if you have a bed, sofa that is also a bed, you can say it in the description, you can show photos, but it's not counted as bedrooms. A bedroom is a room with a bed, which is very simple. Usually students prefer double beds rather than single beds, but that's not always an issue. So usually also students prefer bedrooms alone. So if they have 2 single beds in one room, we suggest to put them together and make a double bed rather than keeping them as 2 separate beds, because the students want to have a private room 99% of the times. But if you have just 1 bedroom, just put 1, but if you have more than 1 bedroom, you can put 2. Then you're gonna put the size in meters squared, and then you're gonna put the monthly rent. This is quite important because students want usually to see a price that is all included. So we strongly suggest to put an all-inclusive price here, and this means that you have to click utilities included in the rent. So by clicking this, the expenses will be included in the rent. You can also put here what you have, but this is going to be very important. If you don't click this and you don't want to put the expenses, the utilities in the rent on the price, you'll have to state in the description a range of how much those monthly expenses that will be added to the rent price will be. So let's say you have an apartment that it's worth 800 euros a month and you don't want to put utilities, but usually your costs are between 50 euros to 150 euros depending on the month. You can put on the description that will be after, utilities or expenses, monthly expenses, could vary from 50 to 150 euros a month. Again, we strongly suggest to put everything included in the rent, and the students will like it way more. You're going to have higher chances of getting your apartment rented. Once you have everything ready that you wanted to put in this, you can click on next. The third step will be also a very important step. So you have to put when is available from. Usually students will do the check-in during end of August and start of September. Some students arrive maybe from the 25th to maybe the 1st. Usually university starts around the 1st to the 4th. We strongly suggest to put availability from the last day of August and maximum the 1st of September. Because if you put already at the 5th of September, you can risk of not getting rented. So in this case, I'm going to put 26th of August. Minimum stay is also very important because the platform is being viewed by bachelor students and also master students. Bachelor students stay 8 months in the city and could stay a little bit longer, maybe if they want to do an internship. Master students on the other side stay around 4 months, 3 months and a half. So if you are okay with taking a master student, which is going to stay 4 months, and then the second time, so from September to December, and then other master students will be in the city, they will stay from January to April. If you are okay with that and you want to change master students, then you're going to put 3 months. If you just want bachelor students, then you're going to put 6 months. And here you're going to put the photos of your apartment. We strongly suggest horizontal photos, not vertical photos. If you take it with your phone, it's good enough, but they need to be horizontal. And we also have a guide on how to do photos. I'm going to put that in the description. But also, you're going to have to do more angles of the same room. It's not mandatory, but we strongly suggest to do more angles of the same room to give the students a better idea of how the room is. And in the description, you're going to describe, of course, the apartment. If you didn't put the expenses before, be sure to put it. You can also put how much is the deposit. The more detailed the description, about the areas, what to expect about the apartment, details, everything the student needs to know, the better it is. So more detailed is going to be good. Doesn't have to be too long, neither too short. So I suggest you to be really, really precise on what you want to put here. If you have multiple photos of the same room, you're going to basically put, again, in this case, living room 2 times. This is what you see once you submitted the request. Our team will look at the request, will monitor it, will see if there are missing photos, missing information, something that is missing. If you're going to see that something is missing, we're going to tell you, look, this is what is missing, this, and this. If everything is perfect, we're going to still confirm you, okay, this is perfect. And then once you will receive an email from us, from the Berlin team, Madrid, London, Paris, Turin, then your apartment will be visible and you can search escphousing.eu to check if your apartment is there. You can also search for your name. If you want to submit another property, you have another apartment, you're going to click on here and you're going to do the same process back again. But if you have just one apartment, you're going to go back to Landlord's dashboard. And you're going to see here your apartment with your name and here it's going to say waiting for approval. Once this is going to be approved, it's going to be online and you're going to see that is approved. So we hope that this tutorial on detail how to put your apartments on our website was useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for listening.